And I have with me here, this is Horus. Horus is a 9-month-old boxer, and he's here for a 2-week board and train program. Him and his littermate brother Gus, who's a brindle boxer, they were just dropped off with us today. I'm going to take Horus, and trainer Angela is going to take Gus. The dogs are very dependent on one another, so we typically like to separate them if possible. So it'll help build the independence of each dog's, and they, like I said, they are very dependent on one another. They really have a hard time focusing when the other one is around. Mostly when they're together, it's a lot of like nipping, play biting, roughhousing, stepping on one another, just going crazy. To say he has high energy is really an understatement. They have really, really high energy. And sometimes they're playing, it turns into more aggressive play. Horus does not like to be left in a crate. In fact, he probably has some, I would say some crate phobia. He will do anything to get out of the crate. It gets so bad that he will actually injure himself trying to get out. So they have since stopped that, and they do just let the dogs have free run of the house when they're not there. They do have a third boxer, which is a female. She's a little bit older, and she's very, very calm compared to the two of them. Anyway, that being said, they're very sweet. They're very just happy-go-lucky, easily distracted by everything. It's, like I said, especially each other. But they do know some basic commands. It's just they don't really always want to follow through with it because they're too wound up and bouncing off the walls to really pay attention. They will steal food sometimes. They do jump up a lot on people, and he tends to excitedly pee. But anyway, so let's see what they'll do for us on day 1, or what Horus will do on day 1. Horus, come. Sit. Good. Good boy. Horus, come. Sit. Good. So as you can see, he does know sit. Sit. Down. Sit. Down. 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 No, all right. Let's see if he knows place. Doesn't really care too much about sound. Horus, place. Good. Now they were here for 2 lessons prior to joining us for the board and train, so we did teach place. Horus, place. So he does remember that, which this is exactly what we want. Good boy. Alrighty. Let's get him started. Yeah. We're gonna get him started. We're gonna teach him self-control. We're gonna get him reliable off-leash and just more calm in general being around his brother and in their household with their family. All right, come on, Horus.
into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away our sins, settle down,
Athena, and this is my husband Evan, and these are our dogs, Gus and Horus, and they're littermates. We felt bad for one. We went for one and we felt bad for the other, so we brought them home together, and it's been a little crazy. They were a little hyper, breaking out of our house, going into our neighbor's yard, breaking fences. I have a almost 2-year-old on top of it, so it was a little chaotic every day coming home. We decided to put them in a board and train because we needed some desperate help. Honestly, it's been the best decision ever. They did so good tonight. This is our night that we're picking them up, and we saw such a big difference in them. More disciplined, definitely a little bit more calmer, and a little bit more polite. So I highly recommend putting your dogs in some sort of training or boarding program if you're having issues. Evan, do you have anything to say?
They're like completely different dogs within 2 weeks.
Which is shocking.
Just driving them to the office to drop them off. They were wrestling and flying around the car. And
seeing them like this is rare.
Dragging Kelsey around as I let them in there to leave. And within 4 days, we had our first update video, and we couldn't believe the change and the difference in them. They were like completely different dogs. And I never would have imagined being able to sit here without controlling them at all and not having them run away or go anywhere. It's pretty
in a parking
incredible.
lot. Yeah, definitely huge difference. Highly recommend it, especially if you were a sucker like me and got littermates. So I was warned that it was not a good idea, and boy, it was crazy. But now they're pretty tamed, pretty calm, and I'm excited to see how well they do in the future and being able to walk them.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Seriously, thank you.